Our last topic before we get to your questions for this show, I thought we'd touch on the Canadian economy and a bit of a snapshot as to how we're doing. And we have a chart on inflation in Canada and how it's been easing. So that tells me the Bank of Canada got it right when they decided to pause and not raise interest rates anymore. I think they got it right. And you could see here that when you take all items, how low Canadian inflation has gone. As I said, 5.2%, down from a high of around 8%. However, you could also see here with this chart, food purchased from stores. So cost of food, when you go to the grocery store, I think everybody would agree, prices are still high. So that hasn't fallen as much as yet, whereas everything else seems to have fallen. And again, I think a lot of that has come from a bit of a reduction in gasoline prices at the pumps. That has definitely helped a lot of businesses and helped a lot of individuals that travel for business or shipped things from point A to point B. So overall, inflation is coming down in our country. Interest rates are on hold. I think if you look at the unemployment rate, and we do have a jobs chart here, it's a bit of a mixed bag. That's what I get from this chart, job creation in Canada. You can see this past month, February, 22,000 jobs created, well above what was expected. I think it was around 10,000 expected. But look at January, 150,000 jobs were created. In the US, over 500,000 jobs were created in January. In my opinion, a definite anomaly, something that I don't think you're going to see again anytime soon. But that tells me there are a lot of jobs out there. So anyone who's looking for a job should still be able to find one, even though we're starting to see a lot more layoffs in the US and in Canada as well. But I still believe if you're looking for a job, and if unfortunately you've lost a job in one place or one area of the economy, you probably can find a job in another. So going forward, I think Canadian economy will continue to slow. It will continue to slow probably over the next quarter or so, but I think it will pick back up again in the latter half of 2023. Bank of Canada said we may go into a mild recession or just barely skirt by a mild recession. Either way, that doesn't really matter for me because I believe the stock market has already priced in a mild recession, both in Canada and in the US. And so because the market has priced in this mild recession already, I think it's a green light for investors. I think it's a green light for individuals. I think the economy will get better later on this year, but the market will factor this in way before it actually happens.